Can you talk to us about how it's been for you? Let's start off with that, how it's been for you in the industry as a fashion designer.
Yes, fashion for me is life. Maybe because I have passion for it, and it's not something that it's easy, especially when you don't have funds. But thank God, when you're good and customers patronizes you, it's something that is very easy, and you make some money from there and to fund your business.
Point where the customers begin to patronize you. Let's assume you're just starting now. They see you open a shop. Maybe you don't even have already made materials to display, but they just know a fashion designer is here. So what convinces them to begin to come over to you?
It's a good job when you do a good job, when you are attentive to details, when you're given a job to do and you deliver to them, and they see that what they order is what they got. They don't get something different from what they order. Do you understand? Because clients are very logical. So they will see that, okay, if I give this kind of person this job, did this person pay attention to details? Did this person delivers well? Did this person, is it when I wear this clothes to party and a lot of people start appreciating what you wear? From there, people get joy from what they wear. So I've already um, discovered that when you wear a good outfit, people love it, and looking good is a good business. When you look good, you'll be attracted to so many people, and people will get to appreciate you. And from when people appreciate you, you feel good, you feel comfortable, and you feel on top of the world. So that is what I say about that.
All right, Ifeoluwa, our focus on this segment is to look at the challenges being faced by fashion entrepreneurs for the young ones to be able to learn some lessons. I would like you to tell us your story, some or highlight some of the challenges you faced when you started your own business and how were you able to overcome them as a form of reference and lesson for young entrepreneurs who want to come into the business.
Okay, you talk about some of the challenges and you delve into it, you've explained some parts. I'll just add to it. So one of the challenges for me is workforce shortage. It's really a challenge for Nigerian designers when you don't have enough helping hands to support you in your delivery, because when you get a lot of job to be done at a particular or specific time and you don't have people to help you out, you now need to do overtime and do night upon night just to make deliveries to people. So shortage of workforce, it's a challenge for me personally, and it's a challenge for upcoming designers and other designers. And to overcome them is just for us to know the kind of job you can do for a particular time, and when you finish it, then you will deliver it successfully. And another challenge for me is plagiarism, which is counterfeit products. Plagiarism is, we are faced to this challenge, and it's something that when a designer put in so much effort, put in so much money to bring out a particular good design, and some other designers plagiarizes it and they sell up to the market at a lower rate, lower amount, and you feel like it actually reduced the person's image and profit. I tell you, because top designers there, they will make a particular design and showcase it for their brand. And these people will admire it and they will be like, wow, I like this thing. I love this outfit. And they never check to even see the amount. People like Vicky James, we tag clothes for 3.5 million, and they will give it to another tailor or another fashion designer to make it for maybe like 500,000. So you can see that the difference is clear, and I don't think the end result or what Vicky James and this particular fashion designer we bring out will be the same thing. It's not possible. So it's a challenge. Plagiarism is a challenge for us when you think that you want to make a design and another person, or maybe you've already made a design and another person now plagiarizes it. So it's something that reduces your profits and it's reduced creativity and innovation in the industry. So that is another challenge. So another challenge that I think we also have is limited access to resources and funds. In resources, I'm talking about equipment, which is sewing machine, which is good quality materials. Because I've been in this work for years now, and I see that a lot of people like good things, and they can't. Some people can't pay for it, but they want quality material. So people like Vicky James, Tiana, they don't get their material in Nigeria here. They travel abroad to get the quality material, to make their brand specially, to make their brand unique, to make what they design, to make what they dish out differently. So it's a challenge for us to access resources in Nigeria here. So people that they don't have funds to travel out to get materials and to even create something, it's really a challenge for us. And in terms of funding, if you don't have money, you won't be able to invest in your business and make, you won't be able to invest in your business and make expansion in their operation. So we won't be able to make expansion when you don't have enough funds to do that. We have a lot of things embedded in us, but lack of funds is actually hindering this thing for upcoming designers to showcase what they have, to showcase what they already have in mind to do. So it's another challenges. Are you there?
All right, so you've talked
And
about a
another
lot of
thing that I
challenges
think
from
I can,
access to
okay?
materials to plagiarism, other fashion designers copying the works of their colleagues and reducing the profit of those who are the inventors of those designs. You've also talked about a lot of things. So let me ask now, starting from plagiarism, which seems to be something that you talked about with so much emotions. What do you think can address that? Is it possible to even address it? Because we talked about something like that before in a previous discussion with one of your colleagues. Is it possible to have a design and people do not copy it?
Yes, in that aspect, it is not possible. What I'm talking about is I'm talking about the price. I'm not talking about copying it or one designer copy that particular design. It is possible they copy it. I'm just trying to say that when they copy it and they sell it to the market in a cheaper rate, it reduces the image and the profits of that person because that particular style is known for that brand. Do you understand?
Talking about the issue of plagiarism, people copying styles, how do you think the law of copyright will come into play to assist in ensuring that your style, your creativity is protected? Because you're still talking about the creative industry, and that is also applicable. Or is there a need to do what I call trademarking? Would that be necessary? What's your view on that?
Okay, I think what we can do concerning that is that there will be different segments for, clients pays differently. So you know that this design that I'm doing for this amount, and when some people that don't have that amount to pay for it, I think there will be a reduction in what you will use for that particular design. That is what I do. if clients comes to me and they said, this is what I want, and this is the amount I'm paying for this thing, then I have to reduce something from it and then still deliver a.
All right, let's look at, you earlier talked about the issue of financing, which we had a guest earlier who also talked about it. It's not always good to talk about the challenges, but let's also talk about the solution to it. What do you think can be done to help the plight of experts, entrepreneurs, or players in that industry to be able to access funds needed to fund their businesses?
Okay, number one is that I think government should set up um, a, a board that will be able to release funds for upcoming designers so that they can project their creativity, so that they can dish out something good, and so that they would know that young designers has creativity. They have something they want to give, but lack of funds is hindering them from doing that. So I think government should provide funds for designers so that they can make use of that. And another thing, I think um, there should be a platform whereby designers would come together and share challenges, share their stories, share what they face every time, and profile solution to the challenges so that everybody can help each other to come up.
All right, so when we look at the fashion industry, yes, there are challenges, but what are the prospects from what you see, having been there for a while? What are the prospects of the fashion industry going forward?
The prospect is I see fashion industry be a big industry that it's really, really lucrative. Yes, there is real huge money in this fashion industry. If government can actually support fashion industry because it pictures the cultural heritage of our country. So I think when government provide funds for us, we can showcase our cultural heritage and showcase who we are truly, the Igbo, the Hausa, and the Yoruba. So that is what I have for it. Funds is very important.
Business side of it now, you own an outfit, and talk to us about the challenges being faced in running that business, the cost of doing business. What are your daily, constraints and some of the problems you associated with when it comes to running that business, and how are you managing it for people who wants to get into that business to have a better understanding of this management?
Okay, the daily challenges is inflation. We know how our economy is now, like how the thing is now. So I can say that the daily challenges when you go to market today and you know that this is the amount of a particular thing, and you've already given this client this price that this is I'm collecting 50,000 for this outfit, and you get to market and even the cost of making the clothes is up to like 45,000. How on earth will you get a job of 50,000 and you've already spent maybe 40,000 or 45,000 on that outfit just to make the client look extraordinary in that occasion? So getting to the market and you see that things have increased. So for me, I don't have choice than to call the client and tell this client that this thing, I'm adding this particular amount on this job. Those people that are ready to slay, those people that are ready to look good, those people that are ready to make people, make them happy, will actually add up to that amount. So challenges we are facing now currently in this country is inflation on the price of things now. So we are facing inflation. So my advice for upcoming designers is just that they should make sure that they are good at what they do. Because in my own business, if I see that things have increased and I've already given clients a specified amount, if when I get to market and the thing increased, I will definitely call the client and tell this client hard up, and they will, because they know I'll dish out something good. They know I'll make them look good and make a good design for them. And I don't use an inferior thing. They definitely know. So they will hard up to it. So upcoming designers should know that just be good at what you do. No matter the inflation, no matter the cost of living, you will survive and you will make your own clients.
We used to have a textile industry in Nigeria that produces some of the textile materials, but that's not really happening much in Nigeria. So if some of these materials that you go to the markets to buy, if they were produced here, would it in any way reduce the cost?
Yes, because the prices of things increase due to dollar rate, because those fabrics that are produced abroad sent to Nigeria here, they increased due to the rate of dollar, because they buy them in dollars. So when they produce the fabrics in Nigeria here, definitely we buy it with our currency. Definitely there's no need of buying fabrics with dollar or euro. Do you get? So when they produce it here in the country, it will reduce the cost of pricing. Definitely.
Oh, great. Let's look at the issue of pricing. My question will be in two folds. The first one will be to look at the issue of pricing.
Okay.
What are the factors, that determine the price of a fabric or what you're going to charge a client? And then I would love to know, why do fashion designers give deadlines and they don't adhere to it?
I had to actually laugh to this deadlines and disappointment. Yes, I have to laugh to that. I won't say that I've never disappointed my clients. I will not say that. So I'll start from there, because disappointment is something we shouldn't be doing, but there are unforeseen circumstances that can prompt disappointment to disappoint a client. So let me cite an example, how I'll make myself as an example. So if I give a client a particular time, that this is the time I'm delivering this clothes, so I disappoint and I may not disappoint. I make sure that anything I'm giving out must be a good job. I must do it perfectly. I give all my 100% in any job. So if I say that I can't give my 100% at that particular time, after I've already given this client the date, I'll make sure that I'll call the client and tell the client that, okay, I won't meet up with this time because of this reason, because I couldn't get this particular offer. So I need to get market to be the seller might tell you, okay, my goods are tomorrow, my goods are coming next week, and then you want this particular color, you want this of material. So this seller will tell me to wait till this particular time, and then I'll pick up my phone and call the clients that, okay, can you just extend the time to this point? Definitely, if I know that this clothes is not an occasional clothes, it's just for the client to wear it and slay, I'll make sure that I do a good job. But when it is an occasional clothes for me, when it is an occasional clothes, and I know that this is the only time the client can wear this clothes, I would definitely make sure it is being done. And I will just improvise. So that is why we have for us to improvise. So you can just improvise and then waive being you disappointing the clients. So that is what I have for it. So the cost of pricing, like what determines how you price clients. What determines it is the material, number one, because if I get a job from a client, I will ask the client. First question I will ask the client is, what is the occasion? Because occasion will determine the amount of price what I'll get, because I know that if you're using this particular clothes for a special occasion, maybe wedding, maybe convocation, maybe owambe, maybe your birthday shoots, it requires details, it requires attention, because these clients want to showcase your brand to the world, so it requires attention. And then after asking that what is the occasion, then I will look into the style given, and then our style requires this material, and this material has grades. So you look the client. If the client is somebody that can afford something exclusive, something expensive, because some clients, they don't mind. They mind using cheap material for them, just for them to wear something. And some clients will tell you, I want something extraordinary. I've been in this business for some time, so I know how to explain how some people react when they get what you did for them. So you look into that client, that is this client somebody that has eye taste. I'll say it's eye taste. Some people have eye taste, and some people, they don't mind anything. So you just check the client. Is it of high status or the middle person? So when you see that this person is high status and she wants something expensive, something extraordinary, then it will add to the way I'll build the person. It will add to the way I'll price the person. So that is the second thing that you will look into. And another thing to look into is to see what it will be needed for that particular style.